It's there's no doubt about it. Just again, proud of our guys and how they competed, executed, and it doesn't matter how you find a way to get it done. You find a way to win in a tough environment against a really good opponent. It's a great day.
Do you have to insist on Adrian doing that again, or do you think you can kind of get that performance from him without the conversation?
I don't. I don't think so. I think we're again just every week. I think we're getting more in sync, more on the same page, learning more about each other, getting some things ironed out, across the board, and starting. Hopefully, we just got to continue to build on the momentum and finding that rhythm that he did and we had on Saturday.
What do you see from this Texas Tech defense?
They're really long. They got great length, good size across the board at all three levels, and they're playing hard. They're making some plays, and it'll be a good challenge for us.
When Texas Tech is on offense, they like to go really fast. Is there any part of you that has to think about that while you're managing the game for your offense?
I don't think so. I think that. I think we just have to focus on executing, staying on the field. I think that was as big a difference from our standpoint offensively is what we were able to do last week is stay on the field on those third and fourth down situations and give ourselves more chances and the ability to find some rhythm and the ability to do some different things operationally. And so and then ultimately finish with touchdowns, because every offense in this league is explosive. They go fast and I think we have the capability to not be any different than that, but at the same point, you got to do it, and we got to finish with touchdowns in the red zone and be good on third down.
How important, excuse me, how important is that rhythm that Adrian Martinez got into last Saturday?
It's important, but again, it's all those gears have to be in sync and firing, and yeah, he's the he's the main focal point of that, and he's the one that has to start that, but. It's everybody, around him as well, and everyone just doing their 1/11th.
On the 3rd and 16 that Adrian broke for the big gain, in the back of your mind, did you think this could also work as a QB draw?
No, as soon as we saw that it was going to go man, and that was definitely a possibility. And as soon as he broke through, and we were able to pick up that, those twists and up front. It was as soon as he popped out, I was like, oh, he might be out. I didn't know it was going to go for 55, but I knew, we'd probably have a good chance to have a good run at the sticks.
Coach, taking back to last week, the term "cutting loose" was used a lot with Adrian in practice. Did you see him do that at some point at all?
You're saying loose?
Coach Klein said he needs to cut it loose and free. Did you see that at all last week in practice?
Absolutely. I think again, we've seen a lot of those plays in practice, through, his time here since very, very early, and so him being able to do that and all of us be able to execute the way that he did and we did was a lot of fun to see.
Can you explain how that's maybe carried over to this week against Texas Tech in that preparation?
Well, it's one of those things, obviously played much better, made plays, stayed on the field on third down, got some good touchdowns in the red zone. But, you go through the tape, there's still a lot of things that we have to be better at, and that's the exciting part, right? And I think our guys have caught that and seen that and know that, there were some plays out there too that, and some 3 and outs that, we had opportunities to stay on the field and even have a better performance. And so, I think that's part of the motivation too. Is I truly believe we haven't played our best game as a unit yet, and I think our guys have caught that as well.
A little snake bit right now at the offensive line position, or some bad luck. How much is that making you forced to maneuver guys around a little bit more?
Well, it is what it is, and guys have stepped up. They're practicing extremely hard, and those guys are. They're tough suckers up there and right across the board. And so just got to keep developing some of the guys behind that front line and, obviously just keep plugging along.
With as much as they've had to persevere through in a short amount of time, how impressive is it that they had a lot of sacks since week 1?
It's I didn't even know that exactly, but they've done a really good job, and it's in their preparation during the week and understanding and seeing and feeling the blitz patterns in each protection and how the different IDs go, and playing hard. And they've done that every week. And, it was cool because obviously in such a harsh environment, the communication standpoint from a quarterback to his O-line, it sounds simple, but Gilly and Hadley and Adrian, all those guys, they did a great job of handling that environment and making sure everyone was on the same page. A lot of the time with the environment and some of the tempo stuff we were doing, they did a heck of a job.
Oh, and you've been there before. Just what kind of advantage is it playing in front of such a huge crowd at Bill Snyder Family Stadium?
Oh, it's there's no place like it, and our fans are so passionate, so into the ball game, and truly care, not just about the outcome, but about our players and the type of culture and young men we've had here and been fortunate to have for a long time. And so it's a special place for sure.
Coach, when you picked up Adrian, the thought of him and Deuce in the backfield together and the stress that would put on the defense, did it finally kind of come to fruition?
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt about it, and it's something we got to keep building on. And it's something that there's next levels of things, and sequences of things and different types of schemes and formations and all that kind of stuff. It was a great stepping stone. It was a great building block for us of seeing some of that stuff come together for sure.
How important is Gillum to initiate that pass protection scheme?
Oh, it's critical. I mean, especially it's hard when you're, when you are mixing up tempos and stuff, and guys are, defenses aren't getting lined up or they're not lined up and set, and making sure the quarterback knows where they're going to and who they're going to and who they're not going to, in certain situations, and how to get the ball out of your hands. So, his leadership, his attitude each and every day with that he comes to work, and again, he plays his butt off, every snap.
Texas Tech has been very strong against the run this season.
Mm-hmm.
From what you've seen, what makes them so hard to run against?
I think it's their length and their size. I mean, they really, plug gaps up, up front and make it hard to stay on blocks because of that length. It'll be a good challenge for us.
How happy were you with how Benson played, and how can he kind of keep that kind of momentum going?
Ben has great ball skills. There will be times, even in practice, he'll haul in a really, really tough catch, and we've known he's been capable of that. Sometimes, in the pass game, you think where the ball could have a high chance of going, but how it worked out and through the progression and what the defense did, that it went his way, and when it did, he answered the bell and did a nice job after the catch of having great ball security and obviously getting us more yards. So I was very happy for him, but not surprised at all.
From your perspective, how important was Malik to the win?
Oh, I think every player that played in that game made a critical play at a critical moment to help the effort. And the thing I was proud of Malik the most wasn't the touchdown catch or some of the things he did that way or the comeback or third down, whatever. But it was how he blocked. I mean he played 80 some odd snaps, I think, is what we had him graded at, and he was. He busted his tail, in each one of those in a long physical game, and had a great mentality. So I was really proud of him.
One more here. Collin, you called quarterback power on that last touchdown.
Yeah.
Play you ran an awful lot.
Yeah.
Any satisfaction to that? Kind of cool.
Well, it's a hard play to stop. And, but again, those guys up front got it done, and Adrian's done a nice job. I mean, it's just math. You get into those short yardage situations and goal line. I mean, there's going to be one unblocked guy, and we get closer to it with having the quarterback carry it, obviously. But, Adrian did such a nice job of staying in relation with his guard and getting it home.